The success depends on so many factors. The choice of flies and their presentation, the angler's casting skill, the tides, and the choice of location for fishing. The biggest factor may well be whether the fish are in a mood to strike at our offerings, and that again may be affected by tides, the time of day, the lighting, and probably innumerable other factors. As a matter of fact, fishing for chum can be not only boring, it can be outright insulting. If one is fishing a pool teeming with fish, trying one fly after another, all expertly cast and pulled across the pool way down where the fish are, and hour after hour goes by without a strike. If this goes on for days in a row, the confidence of any angler can get shattered, and the mood may darken.
Well, how come everybody's getting them except me? I've even got your little red fly on here.
Well, this is not what I intend my friend to experience. As to the choice of fly, a glance into any fly fisher's box may give the impression that there are no rules and that basically anything goes, sometimes. But then it is humbling to fish beside one who gets fish after fish, and one is merely watering one fly after another. So the suspicion that the choice of fly does impact success may be justified. Surprisingly, flies are subject to fashion cycles. This year's rage on the river is Ira's fly. The fly was developed and perfected by Ira Pratt. It is a tiny contraption tied with a bit of tinsel and flashabou and the tiniest bit of red marabou on a small number 8 hook. The fly is so small and feeble that it hardly survives a single salmon. It is inconceivable to any salmon fisher used to big streamers, if not intruders, that such a tiny fly might work. But Ira says that he has caught everything except sockeye on it. I tied up a number of Ira's flies the next morning. On my first 5 casts with it, I hooked 3 fish. Amazing. The tiny hooks are clearly too small for the strong, lively chum. Sometimes the hooks are just bent, which is easily correctable. Sometimes they are stripped of all dressings when we get them back from our quarry. But flies apart, in order to lead Günther to success, he needs to be able to cast. So on we go to exercise his casting. Given that Günther is completely new to this, he manages well on dry land. Subsequently, he quickly improves even in the river. After only 4 days, he loads his rod properly on the back cast and delivers his fly a long way forward. So, with new confidence, we renew our visit to the river. Suk River now presents itself adorned by fall foliage in splendid sunshine. A sweet bird song, taken by most to be quite out of season in October, enhances the melody of the running water. This is the water ousel, which forages on the bank and on the water for prey and for the stray salmon eggs that the river may wash down towards it. Even when not singing, it is a delight to watch. This time we walk a bit further up where the salmon are actually spawning. Numerous gulls line the river, feed on the salmon carcasses that start to accumulate, and provide the soundscape. A heron drives some ducks away from a salmon carcass that a fish otter must have left on a rock. Up here we find a holding pond with numerous salmon, and here Günther finally connects with a chum hen, which took a red woolly bugger. Günther is delighted with a bright, strong fish fresh from the ocean. Now that the spell is broken, we fish with new confidence, wondering whether this experience can even be improved on. Surprisingly, that is possible. On the fourth day of our fishing together, in the afternoon, a new school of fish arrives in a pool in front of us during incoming tide. The commotion is substantial. I cast towards the fish, again using Ira's tiny fly, and I do indeed connect with the fish. A strong chum, sea lice still on board. So these are fish which have run up during the last few hours from the Zug harbor to our location some 2 kilometers upriver. With sea lice on them. Lots of sea lice. Take a picture of this.
So, very fresh from the ocean. I put her back.
I cede my place to Günther, who soon connects with a big male chum as well. So does my friend Mark, just a few meters from Günther, almost simultaneously. We are overwhelmed with the lucky experience and decide that it is time to give the salmon some rest. Happy and grateful, we make our way back. Günther was not the only beginner succeeding on the Zug River this year with his first chum caught on a fly. I personally witnessed at least 3 gals and 6 guys having this delightful experience. Who knows how many others there were in the same situation this season. Some anglers disdain chum fishing. For them it is too easy. But as our experience shows, it is just easy enough to teach beginners and newcomers about the challenges as well as the joys of our sport. Therefore we are grateful that we are able to pursue this sport with lively chum, that we are blessed with a river as attainable and as beautiful as the Zug River, that even new initiates to our sport can have success.